Okay girls, so here in this video I'll discuss polarization and the Malus law. So as you can see, as per the objective, you have to understand what is polarization and then we'll do the Malus law. So what is polarization? It is the process in which the vibration of light waves are restricted to one direction only. This is an important point which may come in MCQs also. Like, these are restricted to one direction only. What does it mean? Generally, when you consider the light, this is a unpolarized light, non-polarized, correct? So it means it has many direction. It has many direction, and some of them they are perpendicular, some of them they are parallel. It can be like with any conditions of the polarizing axis, correct? So what is polarizing axis? So actually this word is comes from the object which is called polarizer. Okay, so this polarizer is having its own axis, and the work of the polarizer is to filter the direction of the particular you can say the wave which is there. So let us suppose if in a non-polarized light, if the direction of one of the direction is parallel to the direction of polarizing axis, so it will allow that one, correct? It will allow the parallel light direction wave, and that will be called as polarized light because it's filtered the other directions and it passes only the light which is having its axis parallel, correct? And it will block all the direction which will be perpendicular to the polarizing axis. So you have to remember two important words: parallel and perpendicular. If it is parallel, it will allow. If it is perpendicular, it will block. So perpendicular means like this. If it is a polarizer, so this will be the axis, correct? And you can see here they have given unpolarized light like this. So if it is y, if it is x, so it will allow only x direction, correct? But it will block y. And here what is happening? Here it allows y direction, but it block x. Is it clear? So let's have an example here. When light reflects from a smooth surface like water, glass, or a road, it becomes partially polarized. So what does it mean? You can see here two pictures. This is without polarizing filter and this is with polarizing filter. So you can see without polarizing filter it is more reflective, but with polarizing filter it becomes clear. It means some of the reflected light vibration becomes parallel to the surface and some of them becomes perpendicular, which block those kind of light which appears to make it highly reflected, correct? So this is a polarizing filter which reduces this glare by blocking this horizontal vibrations, correct? So now the topic is Malus law. What is Malus law? Actually, this law is giving the relation of the intensities which is coming out from the polarizer. Okay, coming out from the polarizer. So that light intensity we have to talk about. So here, let us suppose we are having two polarizer. One is this one and the second is called as analyzer. So as you know that this is non-polarized light, unpolarized light, correct? And when the light comes into the first polarizer, it will go out. So let's say this one is I0, or simply you can say I1, and I may call it as I incoming intensity of the light which will pass through the second polarizer. So after the second polarizer it will become I2, and this will be called as I out. So the formula is I2 equal I1 cos square theta. I may call this I2 as I out and I1 as I in. So there will be no confusion at all that what you have to write 1 or 2. It will be just out and in, correct? So this relation will give you the, you can say, the intensity comparison. So if there is some angle they have given to you, you have to choose that angle with the second polarizer. This is the angle in between the axis. Let's say this is the first polarizer axis and this is the second polarizer axis, and this is the angle. So in the first polarizer, like whenever the light comes and enter into the polarizer, the intensity will be reduced by half. Okay, so if the intensity is I0, the I1 will become I0 by 2. Okay, So generally it will become half. So let us consider the three cases of the Malus law formula. The first is when the axis is parallel. Axis parallel, I already explained to you, like the angle will be 0 degree. And when you put into the formula, I2 is equals to I1 cos square 0 degree. This cos 0 means 1. So it will be having the intensity very similar, same. It means it will allow the light. So in parallel, it will allow, yes or no? If it is 45 degree, what does it mean? If theta is 45 degree, what is the formula? I2 is equals to I1 cos square 45 degree. So cos 45 value is 1 by root 2, correct? And you have to put a square, correct? So this is I1 multiply 1 by 2. This is I1 by 2, means intensity will become half, correct? So the thing is, when the intensity will become half, when the angle is 45 degree. So always remember this, angle 45 degree, intensity will become half. Now the third case, when the axis is perpendicular, means theta is 90 degree. I2 is equals to I1 cos square 90 degree. So what does it mean? This value is 0. So then it will be 0. I2 will be 0. So it means it will block the light, correct? Let's have some questions. We will solve it first. Let's consider the very first question. The unpolarized light of intensity I0 is incident on a polarizing filter and emerging light strikes a second polarizing filter as shown in the figure. What is the light intensity emerging from the second polarizer? So look, this is the first polarizer. Intensity they have given you I0 for the non-polarized light. So after the first polarizer, the intensity will be I1. From the second, it will be I2. As I told you, these questions will be on MCQ based. So you can avoid the calculation here because there is a concept. So after the first polarizer, intensity will become half, I0 by 2. And after the second polarizer, you can see that the angle they have given you 45 degree. So 45 degree means again half. So you have to make it half. So it will be I1 by 2. Or you can say I0 by 2 divided by 2. So this 2 multiplied by 2, it will become I0 by 4. So I2 will be equals to I0 by 4. So where is the answer? This will be your answer. If you want to calculate it in a traditional way, that is also you can do that. Formula is I2 is equals to I1 cos square theta. So I2 equal I1. So what is I1? I0 by 2, correct? And cos square theta. Theta is 45 degree. So when you put the value I0 by 2 with the calculator, it will be 1 over square root 2 square. So it will be I0 by 2 multiply 1 by 2. Square root will be over and it will be I0 by 4. So you can do it like this also. The second question is, the intensity of the polarizer light coming out from polarizer 2 is 75 watt per meter square from polarizer 2. This is your second polarizer. So it means they have given you I2, 75 watt per meter square. They're asking intensity of the first polarizer coming out from the first polarizer. So they are asking I1. So the simple question, I2 equal I1 cos square theta, correct? So I2 they have given to you 75, I1 we don't know, cos square theta, theta is 55 degree here, correct? So you have to solve it. So I1 you can directly put as x in the calculator, directly you can solve it, or by calculation it will be 75 over cos square 55 degree. Now how you can solve cos 55 in the calculator? In the calculator you have to just put cos, okay, and then 55 and put the bracket and then do square. Then you can put enter into the calculator, you will be having the values. Is it clear? Now this question is very interesting. So when you solve this, you will get almost the answer, which is equivalent to, just a minute, sorry. The answer will be equivalent to 228 watt per meter square. This one. The next question is, the figure shows a light ray passing through two polarizer filter. The intensity of observed light is 36% of the intensity coming out of the first filter. So they are saying from the first filter, the intensity is I1. The second filter, the intensity is I2. they gave you the relation. What is the relation? That I2 is equals to 36% of I1, correct? So mathematically what you can write, 36 over 100 of means multiply of I1. This will be 0.36 I1, correct? So this is the relation. Now what is the formula? Formula is I2 is equals to I1 cos square theta, correct? And they are asking you the angle, means theta, correct? So now here I2 you can put the value 0.36 I1 equal I1 cos square theta. I1 will khalas, and what you will get? Cos square theta equal 0.36. So first you just solve it. So cos theta will be equals to square root, you can transfer that side, it will be equals to square root 0.36. So you have to solve this. Once you solve, you will get, I think, 0.6 around 0.06. Once you solve it, 0.06 something, you can say that. Then theta will be equals to this cos will go that side, and you will be having cos inverse. This option you will get in the calculator, and this will be 0.06. So just hold on, you can solve it accordingly. So when you'll be having a scientific calculator, you'll be having all these options, okay? So let's say you can do the calculation accordingly. So once you solve it, you'll be having the angle equivalent to 53.13 degree, and that will be your answer. This calculation you can check it twice, okay? Now the next question is, unpolarized light with an intensity of 200 watt per meter square is sent through a polarizer with a transmission axis in the vertical direction. The light then goes through an analyzer that has a transmission axis at a set angle from the vertical. What angle is required if the transmitted intensity is to be 25 watt per meter square? So they have given you the intensity, means the first one, okay? So this is I1, and they are talking about unpolarized light intensity. So this is initial intensity, I0 you can say. You just draw the figure first, two polarizer, okay? This is your unpolarized light. So for unpolarized light, they have given you the intensity I0 is equals to 200 watt per meter square. This is your first polarizer, this is second polarizer. So for the second polarizer, okay, they are talking about the light then goes to the analyzer, the transmission axis set to the angle is required if the transmitted intensity is to be 25. So this is transmitted intensity I2, which is equals to 25 watt per meter square. Sorry, this is here I1, which you can calculate first. I1 will be just half of the first one, so it will be 200 by 2, it is just 100, correct? Watt per meter square, and I2 they have given you 25 watt per meter square. So just put into the formula. What is the formula? I2 equal I1 cos square theta. Angle you have to calculate it, correct? So I2 is 25, I1 is 100, and this is cos square theta. So this is the same way you have to solve. So cos square theta will be equals to 25 over 100, and then you can solve it as I told you. This will be cos theta, you will put a square root, and once you get something, then theta will be cos inverse. Whatever you will get it, just write it down, and once you calculate it, you will be having the value, which is 60 degree, okay? Now the next question is, unpolarized light is passed through a polarizer 1. The light then goes to polarizer 2 with its plane 45 degree, means in this question they have given you the angle 45 degree, 45 degree. So what does it mean? Initial intensity is I0. So when it is 45 degree, it will become half. From second polarizer, it will be again half. Third polarizer, it will be again half, correct? So the polarizer 2, what will be the intensity? It will be I0 by 2, correct? Sorry, this is I0 by 2. From the third polarizer, you can see this is I0 by 8. Sorry, it is asking polarizer 2. So polarizer, this is 1, this is 2, this is 3. Polarizer 2 is I0 by 4, okay, this one. Polarizer 3, it is I0 by 8. Suppose the second polarizer is removed. If you remove the second polarizer, what is the intensity of the light transmitted by the two, first and third. So first polarizer is having axis like this, and the third polarizer is having the axis like this. Both are perpendicular, yes or no? So if the angle is perpendicular, it will block the light, so intensity will be 0. So the answer will be 0. There are other questions. I have given you the solution of this, so you can just have a look into all this, and the solution I have already shared to you in the form of worksheets. Okay, so have practice of all these questions, is very similar, and if you have a doubt you can ask to me. Okay, I hope you understand.